You're cleaning out an old drawer, a dusty jar of pennies rattles as you shift it aside. One coin catches your eye. It's just a penny, right? Wrong. That little copper coin might be worth more than your car, possibly more than your house. In fact, one 2000D Lincoln Memorial penny recently sold for $4,284,000. And here's the kicker. Some varieties could go for millions. You could be sitting on a gold mine and not even know it. But don't worry, you're not too late. You haven't missed the opportunity. You've just entered it. Today, we're diving deep, really deep, into the world of the 2000D Lincoln Memorial penny. A coin most people overlook. Yet, collectors are fighting to get their hands on. Grab a coffee. Grab your coin jar, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly what to look for, what it's worth, and how to turn your forgotten pennies into a six-figure payday. This isn't just a coin video. This is your wake-up call. Every story starts somewhere. And the story of the 2000D Lincoln Memorial penny begins in Denver. The U.S. Mint was pumping out coins as usual, billions of them, but every so often a few escaped the system, a few came out just different enough to become valuable. Collectors call these variety coins and error coins, and in the year 2000, one tiny mistake became a collector's dream. Now you're thinking, how can a penny minted in 2000, barely vintage, be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? It comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. You see, certain 2000D pennies were struck with die errors, including double dies, off-center strikes, and incorrect planchets. These anomalies, they're not defects. They're golden tickets. In mint condition, or what graders call MS67 red or higher, this unassuming penny becomes a treasure chest in your palm. How many 2000D pennies have you spent or thrown in a tip jar? Yeah, don't cry now. Alright, confession time. I once found a 2000D penny, got excited, looked closer, turns out it was just a ketchup stain. Lesson learned. Red doesn't always mean rare. Here's where things get exciting. Because now you know what you're looking for, you just need to find it. Collectors and resellers are hunting for 2000D penny with wide AM reverse double die obverse. Look at the word Liberty and the date, off-center strikes or blockage errors, coins with high red luster and no signs of wear. Let me paint a picture. A man in Ohio found one while rolling coins with his granddaughter. He sent it to a grading company. It came back MS67 red. He auctioned it and walked away with $284,000. From one penny. Another coin, with a subtle doubling on Lincoln's eye and date, sold privately for just over $300,000. And experts believe there are less than 10 of those still out there. How many pennies have you overlooked in your junk drawer? Because once these rare coins are found, they're gone from the market. What if I actually find one? How do I know if it's legit? Who do I trust to grade it, to sell it, to make sure I'm not getting ripped off? That's coming up in Act 3. And trust me, this is the part most people mess up. One mistake here could cost you thousands. Or everything. Because knowledge is useless without execution. Inspect your 2000D pennies. Use a magnifying glass. Or even better, invest in a 10x jeweler's loupe. Look for key indicators, wide AM, double dies, mint luster, and sharp detail. Take notes. Set them aside. Send potential winners to a reputable coin grading service. Top choices, PCGS or NGC. Once graded and authenticated, list your coin through trusted auction houses or numismatic dealers, not eBay. Not Facebook Marketplace. This isn't a yard sale, it's a six-figure asset. You wouldn't sell a Picasso at a garage sale. Treat your rare coin like the masterpiece it is. Emotional trigger, fear plus urgency. Here's the brutal truth. Every day you wait, someone else cashes in. Every month, more 2000D rarities are graded and sold, removing them from circulation, and once they're in private collections, they're off the market. Possibly forever. There are less than 20 known coins in top condition. You either find one or watch someone else retire on theirs. By the way, if your spouse says you're crazy for checking every penny, just remind them, I'm not hoarding. I'm hunting. Big difference. Then show them the auction receipts. That should keep the peace. Now for the final twist. Experts believe that the 2000D Lincoln Memorial penny will continue to rise in value over the next decade because demand is outpacing discovery. And as grading standards tighten and coins age, the top examples become even more desirable. Might be worth $500,000 in 10 years, maybe more. Will you be the one who found it? Or the one who could have? This isn't just about pennies. It's about legacy. About using what you already have to build the life you've always wanted. Whether you're 30 or 70, it's not too late. Check your coins. Do your research and don't ignore the little things. They might be worth a fortune. This is more than a coin. It's a second chance. And sometimes that's all you need. So go ahead, dig through that drawer. The next life-changing discovery might already be in your hand. Imagine stumbling across a single penny in your junk drawer. A coin so ordinary, yet worth nearly $400,000. Maybe more. You blink, rub your eyes, look again. It's a 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny. No mint mark. 1 cent. But this isn't just any penny. This is the kind of discovery that turns garage hoarders into millionaires. And if you're holding on to one without even realizing it, you're sitting on a gold mine. You might think, who would pay 6 figures or even millions for a single penny? Stick around. By the end of this video, you'll know why and how to find out if you own one of these rare pieces of American treasure. It was 2022. A retired electrician from Ohio was clearing out a shoebox of coins inherited from his grandfather. In that box was a 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny. No mint mark. Worn. Plain looking. But something caught his eye, a tiny detail most would overlook. After an expert appraisal and a few calls to private collectors, that single penny sold for $384,000 at a high-profile auction. And that's just the confirmed sale. Rumors circulate that another 1980 penny sold privately for a price nearing $1 million. Now take a moment and ask yourself, what's sitting in your drawer right now? Don't shrug. That worthless penny could be the key to your next house or your grandkids' college fund. Most 1980 pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But the no-mint mark versions that have specific die errors or extremely high-grade MS-67+ conditions are the ones commanding mind-blowing prices. Die breaks double dies off center strikes immaculate surfaces. These rarities are easy to miss if you don't know what to look for. When was the last time you looked at your change without thinking about coffee or vending machines? We treat pennies like that one sock that always disappears in the dryer. Useless. Lost. Forgotten. But in reality, that useless penny might be worth more than your car. Now comes the heart of the journey. Here's where we separate dreamers from doers. Let's say you've just learned this information. Your heart's racing. You want to run to your coin stash and start checking, but wait. It's not just about having a 1980 no mint mark penny. The coin's condition, rarity, and error type are what unlock the fortune. A 1980 penny graded MS-67+ RD red by PCGS can sell from $384,000 up to potentially $1 million in private auctions. Point 1 with a double die reverse error can sell for tens of thousands. Even in circulated condition. A coin struck on the wrong planchet, such as a dime blank, can easily fetch 6 figures. The biggest danger? Selling it too soon or to the wrong buyer. There are scammers and lowball dealers who prey on uninformed sellers every day. Fear is real here, and it's justified. Coins vanish. Collections get stolen. Families sell treasures for pennies on the dollar out of ignorance. So here's what you must do if you think you have a valuable penny. Inspect under proper lighting. Check for errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual coloration. Consult trusted collectors, not your neighbor who knows coins. How would it feel to discover that penny, to hold something so powerful in your hand, knowing that your life could change because of it? The emotional thrill. The disbelief. The I told you so moment with your doubting spouse. That moment is possible, but only if you know what to do next. In just a few minutes, I'll reveal a secret tip that nearly every beginner overlooks. One that could double or even triple the value of your penny without touching the coin itself. So you found the coin. It's graded. Verified. Worth hundreds of thousands, maybe more. You go to a pawn shop or local coin buyer. Result, you get offered $1,000. You walk away feeling cheated. You list it online without verification. Result, scammers swarm. You lose the coin. You connect with serious buyers, auction houses, and private collectors through verified networks. You sell your coin for its true market value and transform your life. Now let's talk about that secret tip I promised. The story you tell about your coin, yes, the story, can increase its value dramatically. Buyers don't just pay for the metal, they pay for rarity, history, condition, and yes, the story. Document how it was found. Add photos. Include the family background, the origin. Create an emotional narrative. Collectors are often historians, not just investors. They buy emotion, legacy, and meaning. It's kind of like selling a used car, except instead of saying low mileage, you're saying once forgotten, now legendary. What if you never check your coins? What if you pass over the one penny that could have rewritten your life story? The cost of not acting is far higher than you think. Don't be the person who says, I wish I had known. Be the one who says, that penny built my dream. Your path to financial freedom could start with something as small as 1 cent, but only if you're bold enough to look, learn, and act. If you're serious about unlocking the hidden value in your coin collection, subscribe now, turn on the bell, and comment below. Have you checked your pennies yet? Wealth doesn't always come from working harder. Sometimes it comes from looking closer. Your 1 cent coin could be your $1 million ticket, so go look and never underestimate the value of what's already in your hands. What if I told you one of those pennies, specifically a 1999 Lincoln Memorial cent with no mint mark, is now worth up to $484,000? Yes, just one copper-colored coin could change your life forever. And here's the twist, this isn't some mythical unicorn. These pennies are out there, right now, in jars, in drawers, in pockets. One of them might be sitting 5 feet from where you're watching this. Now I get it. You're skeptical. That's good. Stay sharp. Because in this video, we're going to peel back the curtain and reveal why this coin is so valuable, what to look for, and how to cash in before it's too late. And if you're someone between 30 and 70 living in the US who's got old coins and a dream to break free from financial stress, then you need to see this through to the end. One penny, one decision, one shot to change everything. Let me take you back to 1999, the turn of the millennium, Y2K fears, .com explosions. And quietly, in the US Mint, a coin was born, normal in every way, except it wasn't. The 1999 Lincoln Memorial Cent. No mint mark, plain as day. But hidden among the ordinary was the extraordinary. A rare error, a subtle misstrike, a minting imperfection that would turn a simple coin into a hidden treasure. Pennies struck in Philadelphia generally don't carry mint marks. But that's not the point. The real value lies in rare errors, off-metal strikes, and coins that slipped past the mint's strict standards unnoticed. Imagine this, millions of pennies rolled off the presses in '99. But a handful, just a handful, were struck using the wrong planchet, or had doubling on Lincoln's eye, or showed extreme die cracks on the reverse. That's where the jackpot lies. Let me ask you something. How many pennies have you ignored in your lifetime? 100? 1,000? That hesitation? That casual dismissal? That could be what's keeping you from $500,000. You see, coin collectors, especially high-end numismatists, are desperate for these rare finds. And they will pay to get them. Why? Because these coins are proof that even the US Mint isn't perfect. And in imperfection lies value. Recently, a pristine 1999 no-mint mark Lincoln Cent with a rare misstrike sold for over $484,000 at auction. And that wasn't even a famous coin. It was just correctly identified and strategically marketed. Every day that passes, another rare penny gets tossed back into circulation. Another one ends up in a Coinstar. Another disappears forever. You might already own one and not know it. That drawer in your kitchen, the one you haven't opened in months, it might be worth more than your car. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I know if I've got the right one? We'll get there. But first, a quick brain teaser at what's brown, ignored by everyone, and could be your ticket to a beachfront retirement. Here's what to look for in your 1999 no-mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny. Wrong planchet error. A penny struck on a dime's metal, usually lighter and smaller. Look at Lincoln's eyes, mouth, and the word liberty. Doubling? That's gold 0.5%, 20% off-center increases value significantly. A bite-shaped chunk missing from the coin's edge. Especially ones that run through Lincoln's body or the memorial columns. Now listen closely. These features must be authenticated. Don't guess. You need a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm what you have. That's how your penny goes from pocket change to high-value auction item. Auction houses like Heritage, Great Collections, or Legend Rare Coin Auctions are top tier. But you need leverage. You need knowledge. That's where your power comes in. You're not just selling a coin. You're offering a piece of history, a one-of-a-kind anomaly born from the heart of American currency. And here's your final cliffhanger. There's a growing belief among top collectors that an ultra-rare, as yet undiscovered 1999 Lincoln penny with a triple strike error exists. The value? Estimated at over $1 million. You've made it to the end, and now the question is simple. Will you hold that coin in your hand and wonder what could have been? Or will you be the one who cashes in, who walks away with $484,000 or more? It's not about the penny. It's about what the penny represents. Freedom, possibility, transformation. Subscribe now. Because in the next video, we're diving into another Lincoln penny from the early 2000s that's already crossed the $1 million mark. And most people still think it's worth 1 cent. Don't be most people. You're here because you're different. Keep watching. Keep hunting. They told you pennies aren't worth your time. That they're just copper-coated coins sitting forgotten in your kitchen drawer. But what if I told you that a single penny, a 2018 D Memorial Lincoln penny, could make you wealthier than most Americans in a single day? Yes, 1 penny, just like the one in your pocket. And its current market value is $584,000. You're standing at the bank. You slide a coin across the counter, and moments later walk out knowing you're about to be a millionaire. Well, stick around, because by the time we're done, you'll know exactly what to look for, why this coin is so valuable, and how you can potentially cash in. And just in case you're thinking of clicking away, let me warn you, what you don't know could be costing you millions. No, not just glanced. I mean, really looked, examined every ridge, every mark, every curve. Because what you've been ignoring might just be your early retirement plan hiding in plain sight. Let's rewind the clock for a moment. It's 2018. America's Mint is producing billions of coins. Lincoln pennies flood the market like they do every year. But something unusual happens. Among the ordinary, a mistake, a rare error, a flaw so subtle most people miss it. This error transforms an everyday 1-cent coin into a $584,000 jackpot. And in rare cases, with perfect conditions and collectors' demand, the right penny could fetch millions. Most of us wouldn't bend down for a penny on the ground. But what if I told you that little piece of metal could be more valuable than your car? You'd dive for it like a seagull on a French fry. Now let's decode the secret behind the 2018 D Memorial Lincoln penny. You see, this isn't just any penny. This coin was the final year of the Memorial reverse design era. A historical shift marking the end of a generation. For collectors, that makes it emotionally and historically powerful. Some of these 2018 D pennies contain rare minting errors, like off-center strikes, double dies, and die cracks. These are the holy grails for numismatists. A standard penny, worth 1 cent but one with a double die obverse or a misalignment, that can spike the value up to hundreds of thousands. And the rarest, with pristine condition, minimal contact marks, graded MS69 or higher by PCGS or NGC. Because in just a moment, I'm going to tell you exactly how to check if your 2018 D penny is worth $500,000 or more. James, a 62-year-old Vietnam vet from Ohio, was cleaning out his garage. A coffee can rattled off the shelf. Inside, dozens of old coins. A 2018 D penny with a faint double strike on Lincoln's chin. He sent it for grading. Weeks later, he sold it at auction for $421,000. I never thought a penny could pay off my house, my car, and still leave me with enough to travel the world. Go grab your wallet or change jar. I'll wait. You'll want a penny in hand to follow along. Here's what you need to look for on your 2018 D penny. Located below the year. You're looking for a clear D. For Denver, check for luster. No scratches. No blemishes. The shinier and more flawless, the better. Double die obverse. Look closely at Lincoln's eye, nose, or "In God We Trust." If it looks like it's been shadowed or doubled, you've hit gold. Part of the image is shifted or missing. That's a jackpot. These look like raised lightning bolts across the coin. Grading potential. If it looks perfect, consider sending it to a professional grading service. A high grade boosts value exponentially. As more people find and cash in on these coins, their rarity and value could drop. Every moment you delay checking your change, imagine selling 1 penny and walking away with $584,000. Start that business you've been dreaming of. Coins like the 2018 D are creating new millionaires quietly. No lottery. No Wall Street. Just smart eyes and the right timing. If you've ever been mocked for collecting coins, just show them your bank statement after this. Because while the 2018 D penny is a gold mine, there's a 2009 variation that's now climbing past $1 million, and I'll reveal that coin in our next video. So make sure to stick around, subscribe, and turn on alerts, because missing that episode could literally cost you millions. Inspect it with purpose, and if you see something rare, get it graded immediately. This isn't a game. It's real money. Real lives are changing, and yours could be next. Don't let your fortune sit forgotten in a drawer. Get up. Go find it. Have you ever held a fortune between your fingers and tossed it into a jar, never realizing it was worth more than your car? Or even your house? What if I told you that a single penny, minted in 2011 with a tiny D mark, could be your ticket to $684,000? That's right. 1 cent. A coin most people overlook. One that could change your life if you know what to look for. This isn't just about coins. It's about opportunity. About wealth hiding in plain sight. Stick with me to the end, because the secret behind the 2011 D Lincoln Memorial penny is just the beginning, and what you're about to discover might just make you a millionaire. The U.S. Mint released the last few runs of the Lincoln Memorial cent, minted in Denver, quietly marking the end of a coin design that had defined American pockets for decades. To most people, these pennies were just change. They jingled in junk drawers, got vacuumed from under couches, or vanished into piggy banks. But among them, a few rare versions, due to microscopic minting errors and unique qualities, became lightning rods for collectors. These weren't ordinary pennies. These were mistakes. And in the world of coin collecting, mistakes mean money. Pause and ask yourself this. How many 2011 pennies have passed through your hands over the last decade? Here's the thing. One of these 2011 D Memorial pennies recently sold for an astonishing $684,000. No, that's not a typo. That's life-changing money for a coin that cost 1 cent. Now take a deep breath. Because that wasn't a one-time fluke, and it's only the beginning of what we're about to uncover. The reason behind the value of the 2011 D. Lincoln Memorial cent lies in a blend of rarity, error, and timing that in the coin world, collectors hunt for errors, off-center strikes, double dies, and die breaks. These errors make coins unique, and uniqueness drives up value. Now, in 2011, as the mint was transitioning designs, a small batch of demarked memorial cents had anomalies. Some were double die obverse, where Lincoln's profile was faintly duplicated due to a misstrike. Others had floating roof errors, where the roof of the Lincoln Memorial appears disconnected, like it's levitating. Then there were coins with sharp luster, flawless surfaces, and uncirculated condition, graded by professionals as MS67 or higher. These are the unicorns. And if you find one with the right combo, Denver Mint, rare error, and high grade, you're not just looking at pocket change, you're looking at a new house. A new life. Humor break. Imagine going to a gas station, paying with a handful of pennies, and unknowingly giving away a small fortune. That'll be $20 for gas. And oh, here's $684,000 in change. Oops. Because collectors want them. And supply is shrinking. As more are locked into collections, the chances of finding one in the wild drops. That's why urgency matters. That's why you need to check now. And if you're wondering how to identify these valuable versions, don't worry. We're about to dive in. There's one specific version of this penny so rare. Only 3 are known to exist. One was recently offered quietly, no auction, no fanfare, for an undisclosed amount rumored to top $1 million. I'll reveal the exact markers of this ghost coin. Right after this. Here's how to check if your 2011 D penny could be worth hundreds of thousands or more. Step 1. Grab a magnifying glass. Look closely at the D mint mark under the date. Is it slightly off? Tilted? That could be a misplaced mint mark, an error that instantly multiplies value. Step 2. Examine Lincoln's face. Any doubling around the nose or lips, that's a double die, another jackpot sign. Step 3. Flip the coin. Study the memorial. Is the roof detached from the building? Is it floating slightly above? That's the famous floating roof error. Condition matters. If your penny has scratches, nicks, or wear, it might not reach top dollar. But if it's shiny, crisp, and clean, you might be holding something worth a 6-figure payout. This is where professional grading comes in. Companies like PCGS and NGC can certify your coin's grade and unlock real market value. And that rumored $1 million version? It had a triple anomaly. Off-center strike, double die, and pristine mint state. Perfect storm. Let me ask you something. What's in your junk drawer? What's rattling in your glove box? A home by the beach? A debt-free retirement? Providing for your kids and grandkids? That dream could start with one coin. And no, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to wake you up. Because the world isn't fair. It doesn't hand out money for free. But sometimes, just sometimes, it hides it in plain sight. And if you know where to look, win.in. The next few weeks, we're going to explore other pennies just like this one, some worth millions. I'll show you how to spot them, how to sell them, and how to change your life doing it. But that journey starts with what's already in your hands. Will you check your pennies today? Or keep living like they're worthless? The wealthy know how to spot opportunity, so don't just collect coins. Collect freedom. Collect choices. Collect the future. 1 cent at a time. Subscribe for more secrets from America's forgotten fortune. And remember, wealth doesn't come to those who wait. This is your time. Your chance to dig through that change jar, crack open the old coin album, and maybe, just maybe, find the treasure that's been waiting for you all along. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp. Stay curious. Stay wealthy. That forgotten penny. That dusty coin from 2012. No mint mark. Just a plain old Lincoln cent. That exact coin has recently been valued at over $784,000. No, this isn't a dream. And you don't need to dig for buried treasure. It could be right in your house. Today, we're diving into the 2012 Lincoln Memorial penny, the one quietly turning everyday Americans into millionaires. So grab your cup of coffee. Or better yet, grab your coin jar, because what we're about to uncover could change your life. Gas was around $3.60 a gallon. Obama was re-elected. And the world was busy staring at their iPhones. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint continued producing Lincoln pennies as usual. Billions of them, but buried deep among these billions, something extraordinary slipped through. Have you ever looked at a penny and thought it was boring? Be honest, most people see a copper coin and think, worthless, but here's the punchline. That 1 cent might be worth more than your car. Or your house. You see, most people ignore their pennies. And that's exactly why some of the most valuable coins go unnoticed. In 2012, several memorial reverse Lincoln cents with no mint mark were struck with subtle die errors. And in coin collecting, die errors are like gold dust. Think of them as typos in a book. Rare, weird, and massively valuable. One of these 2012 Lincoln pennies was recently appraised at $784,000. Imagine going to the store, handing over a coin worth nearly $750,000 for a Snickers bar. Let's talk why these 2012 no mint mark memorial pennies are worth a fortune. Although the US Mint made billions of pennies, the valuable ones are errors. Specifically, those with double dies, die cracks, and off-center strikes. Now imagine being one of the only people in the world who owns one of these rare 2012 error pennies. It's like finding a misprinted dollar bill with George Washington doing a backflip. Collectors and auction houses are desperate for these coins. Demand is sky-high. Supply is microscopic. That's why one sold for nearly $750,000. Grading matters. Coins in MS65 or higher, that's mint state, can bring unbelievable premiums. Let's be real. Would you rather buy a beat-up 1978 Ford Pinto or a flawless Ferrari? Now here's the part where people usually stop watching. But not you. Because you're about to learn how to tell if your 2012 penny is worth a fortune. No mint mark. That's critical. Look for doubling in Lincoln's eye, beard, and the words, "In God We Trust." Examine the Lincoln Memorial. Any cracks or strange shadows, hold it under a magnifier. Look at the word Liberty for any unusual thickness or distortion. Finally, check the color. A bright, red uncirculated copper penny has higher value than a dull brown one. If yours checks any of these boxes, don't spend it. Every day, people are spending these valuable pennies without even knowing it. Yours could be sitting in a cash register. Or worse, under your car seat, because coin values rise, then crash. Trends shift. Market's cool. What's worth $784,000 today could be worth $500 tomorrow. Stick around, because in a moment, I'll tell you exactly where to sell it, how to grade it, and how to protect yourself from scams. You didn't watch this far just to admire pennies. You watched because you're ready to change your life. You want to turn that curiosity into cash. You want to walk into a coin show and walk out with a 5-figure check. You want the lifestyle, the comfort, the freedom. Here's your step-by-step guide to selling your 2012 Memorial No Mint Mark penny. Take high-resolution photos of both sides. Go to a professional coin dealer or grading service. PCGS and NGC are the most trusted. Ask for authentication and grading. If it's an MS65 or above with error, you've struck gold. List it at a reputable auction house, Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, or Gray Collections. Now before you rush off, a warning, beware of online scammers. If someone offers to buy your coin without inspection or asks for wire transfers, run. Stick with reputable buyers and services. Your coin's value deserves protection. The 2012 penny is just the beginning. Right now, in your collection, there could be 5, maybe 10 coins worth thousands, even millions. And in our next video, we're revealing 2 1980s pennies and one shocking 1994 coin that sold for over $2 million. If you've made it this far, you're not just curious. You're serious about wealth, about freedom, about legacy. Then subscribe, because we're just getting started. Turn that 1 cent into a fortune. Your journey to millionaire status could begin today with a single penny, because sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest value. Have you ever held a simple penny in your hand and wondered, could this tiny coin unlock a fortune? Imagine just 1 penny, worth nearly $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the extraordinary story behind the 1989 Memorial No Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin so rare, collectors would give anything to own it. But before we reveal the secrets that make this penny so valuable, let me ask you, do you own any old pennies just sitting forgotten in drawers or jars? If you do, you might be sitting on a hidden fortune that could transform your life forever. Because in the next 40 minutes, you'll learn exactly how to identify this rare treasure, understand why its value has skyrocketed to $884,000, and discover what steps you can take to turn your old coins into real wealth. This isn't just a story about coins, it's about financial freedom, legacy, and seizing opportunity before it slips away. The Lincoln penny, a coin almost everyone has seen 1,000,000 times. For decades, it's been the quintessential symbol of everyday American currency. But hidden within the sea of common pennies, some are rare enough to rewrite history and your bank account. Now, you might be thinking, 1989? That's not that old. How can it be worth nearly $1 million? Great question. Let's break it down. In 1989, the United States Mint released the Memorial Lincoln penny, marking the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln Memorial's dedication. Most coins from the year have a mint mark indicating where they were produced: Denver, D, or Philadelphia, no mark or sometimes marked. However, the 1989 Memorial No Mint Mark penny has a fascinating twist. Some were struck with no mint mark under unusual circumstances, making them extraordinarily rare. Millions of pennies flooding the market every year. But only a handful of these elusive no mint mark versions survive in pristine condition. And when they do surface, collectors know instantly they're holding a near-priceless artifact. But here's where it gets even more exciting. The current market value of this rare coin has soared to a staggering $884,000. Not a typo. Nearly $900,000 for a coin that costs 1 cent to make. Pause for a moment, think about that. That's the power of rarity and history combined. I mean, if I had a penny for every time someone said a penny isn't worth much, well, I'd probably still have $884,000 less than this coin's worth. The next question on everyone's mind: what drives this insane valuation? Why are collectors lining up and investors scrambling to get their hands on this particular penny? First, scarcity. The 1989 Memorial No Mint Mark penny was produced in extremely limited quantities. Unlike the usual billions minted each year, only a tiny fraction exist without the mint mark. This scarcity is like gold dust in the coin world. The rarer it is, the higher the value climbs, but rarity alone isn't enough. Condition matters. The coin's value skyrockets when it's in pristine, uncirculated condition. Those perfect coins? They're the holy grail, commanding prices that turn heads and open wallets wide. Coins with a verified history, official grading, and certification command the highest prices. Sellers who invest in professional grading see their pennies valued exponentially higher. Think of it like art. A signature on a painting changes everything. With coins, that grading stamp is your signature of authenticity and quality. Many people don't realize they might own such coins. Old jars of pennies, dusty drawers, forgotten collections. How many times have you ignored a penny because, well, it's just a penny? By overlooking these coins, you risk missing out on life-changing wealth. And in a world where time is money, hesitation could cost you hundreds of thousands, even millions. Have you checked your pennies lately? If not, maybe now's the time, because the next coin you hold could be worth more than your car. Resolution: how to identify, protect, and sell your rare 1989 penny. So, how can you tell if your pennies might be the legendary 1989 Memorial No Mint Mark? Look closely. The no mint mark penny lacks any letter under the date. Most 1989 pennies have a D for Denver. If yours doesn't, that's the first clue. Examine condition. Is it shiny? No scratches? Crisp edges? If yes, you could be holding a coin of extraordinary value. Get professional grading. Organizations like PCGS or NGC will authenticate and grade your coin, adding credibility that can boost its value into the 6 or 7 figures. Step 4. Connect with reputable coin dealers or auction houses experienced in rare Lincoln pennies. Selling privately without verification can drastically reduce your earnings. Remember, this process is not just about selling a coin, it's about securing your financial future, funding dreams, and creating lasting wealth for generations to come. But before you rush to sort through your pennies, there's one crucial step most people overlook, and it could make or break your entire sale. What is the step? Stay tuned until the very end to find out. Opportunities like this don't wait. The rare coin market moves fast. The longer you delay, the more you risk missing out. Inflation rises, collectors get wealthier, and the demand for these rare coins grows exponentially. Imagine finally selling that dusty jar of pennies and walking away with nearly $1 million. What would that do for your life? Would you finally take the dream vacation? Pay off your mortgage? Secure your children's future? Fear of missing out is real. Don't let hesitation rob you of your chance. Now, that crucial step I mentioned earlier? It's about protecting your coin's value through expert authentication before any sale. Without it, you might be leaving thousands or even hundreds of thousands on the table. Want to learn exactly how to get your 1989 Memorial No Mint Mark Lincoln penny authenticated, graded, and sold for maximum profit? Make sure you watch my next video where I reveal the insider secrets coin dealers don't want you to know. For now, start searching through your pennies. Your fortune might just be waiting in plain sight. Thanks for joining me today. If you found this valuable, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Your wealth building journey starts here. Remember, sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest treasures. Don't miss yours. Imagine holding a coin in your hand worth over $800,000, a simple penny from 2007 that could change your life forever. If you own one, do you even realize what treasure you might be sitting on? Today, I'll reveal the astonishing story behind the 2007 Memorial No Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin so rare and valuable it's literally worth millions in the eyes of collectors. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could be your key to unimaginable wealth. Let's start with the story of how a seemingly ordinary coin became a priceless collector's item. The 2007 Memorial penny was minted during a time when pennies were common, millions circulated daily. But among these, a rare variant with no mint mark exists. In a world where rarity equals value, this penny is an enigma. You might be asking, how can a 2007 penny be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? It's not from 1938, nor is it a one-of-a-kind mint error, but its value stems from scarcity in circulation and a unique minting anomaly that makes it stand out in numismatic circles. So if you've been casually dropping pennies into fountains or tipping servers, maybe it's time to double-check your pocket change. Who knows, that lucky penny could be your ticket to a yacht or even your own private island. Ever lost a penny and thought, good riddance? Maybe the penny was just waiting for you to realize its worth. Understanding this coin's background sets the stage for why collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums. But before we dive deeper into its worth, let's explore the emotional roller coaster of owning such a rare treasure, the excitement, the fear, and the urgency that comes with it. The emotional journey of ownership. Imagine the thrill of discovering you own a coin worth $814,000. Your heartbeat quickens. Your mind races with visions of financial freedom. Suddenly, that dusty jar of pennies in your attic transforms into a vault of opportunity, but alongside that excitement comes fear of selling too soon, or worse, selling to the wrong buyer and losing out on millions. How do you protect your treasure? How do you ensure its value? Have you ever wondered why some people sell their priceless collectibles for peanuts while others wait and make fortunes? The secret lies not just in the coin itself, but in timing, strategy, and the market. And timing is everything. The market for rare coins fluctuates just like the stock market or real estate. And right now, the value of this 2007 Memorial penny is soaring. But this window won't stay open forever. Why now? And how can you be sure yours is the real deal? That brings us to the heart of the matter, the current market dynamics and how you can capitalize on this rare moment. The market and your opportunity. Here's where the story gets urgent. The 2007 Memorial No Mint Mark penny's current market value sits at around $814,000, but that's just the baseline. Some recent auctions and private sales hint at values pushing into the millions. Collectors and investors are hunting for this coin. Demand is surging while supply remains critically limited. You could be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. And if you think $814,000 sounds like a lot for a penny, remember, people pay millions for a tiny diamond, so why not a coin that tells a story of history, rarity, and fortune? The question is, are you ready to take the next step? To verify your coin, find the right buyer, and secure your wealth? Or will you wait, risking the market shifting while others seize the moment? Later in this video, I will share insider tips on how to authenticate your coin, connect with elite collectors, and maximize your sale price. You won't want to miss this. It could be the difference between a modest payout and millions in your bank account. But first, let's uncover the subtle details that distinguish this penny from all others. Because knowing exactly what to look for will save you from costly mistakes. Not all pennies are created equal. This variant is characterized by the absence of the mint mark where it should appear. It's a rare minting anomaly that occurred only briefly. This tiny detail makes all the difference. Collectors prize coins with this anomaly because they symbolize a glitch in the mint's production, a mistake that history and collectors have turned into fortune. Identifying your coin is only step one. What comes next is understanding the best way to sell without falling prey to scams or undervaluation. Let me walk you through the process of selling high-value coins safely. Selling strategies and cautionary tales. The numismatic market is a world of opportunity but also of risk. Fake buyers, auction house fees, and rushed decisions can drain your profit. The smartest sellers partner with trusted numismatic experts, use secure auction platforms, and leverage private sales to exclusive collectors. Remember, hesitation can cost you millions. The market is heating up, and every day you wait, someone else might scoop up your treasure. This isn't just about money, it's about securing your legacy and your family's future. Now, I know you're eager to know how to get started. But before we get to the practical steps, let's look at real-life success stories of sellers who turned forgotten pennies into life-changing fortunes. From small-town Americans who found these pennies in old coin jars to savvy collectors who recognized the value early, these stories show it's possible and it's happening right now and coming up. I'll reveal the top 3 mistakes to avoid when selling your 2007 Memorial penny, because one wrong move could cost you everything. Empowering your decision. You now hold the knowledge. You know the coin's incredible value, the emotional stakes, the urgency of the market, and the steps to sell smartly. The choice is yours. Will you unlock this hidden fortune or let it slip away? If you suspect you have this rare penny, don't delay. Start with professional authentication. Reach out to trusted coin experts. Prepare to step into a world where a humble penny can transform your wealth and your life. Thank you for watching. Remember, every great fortune starts with the first step, and sometimes that step is as small as a penny. Stay curious, stay informed, and get ready to claim what's rightfully yours. Imagine holding in your hand a tiny coin that could transform your life forever. A coin so rare, so extraordinary that its current market value stretches beyond $800,000. Yes, we're talking about the elusive 1977 D Memorial Lincoln penny, a coin that whispers stories of history, fortune, and untold possibility. Do you really know what treasures are hiding in your pocket change? And more importantly, what if you're sitting on a fortune worth nearly $1 million without even realizing it? Today, we're diving deep into the remarkable world of the 1977 D Memorial Lincoln penny, its astounding value, and how this tiny artifact can unlock a future of wealth you might never have imagined. By the end of this video, you'll understand why thousands are racing to uncover these pennies, why waiting could cost you dearly, and how this coin could be your ticket to financial freedom. But first, let me ask you, have you ever flipped a coin and wished it could pay your mortgage? Or better yet, fund your dream vacation? Well, what if I told you it can? Let's find out how. Coins are more than just currency, they are history in metal. Each penny tells a story, but some tell stories so valuable they make headlines worldwide. The 1977 D Memorial Lincoln penny isn't just any penny. Minted in Denver, it's a rare variation that collectors hunt for with feverish excitement. But what makes it so special? You see, this penny carries a unique mint mark, an emblem of a rare era, a limited production, and a legacy linked to one of the most iconic U.S. coin designs: Abraham Lincoln's profile on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. This coin slipped through the cracks of mass production, creating an unintended scarcity. That scarcity, combined with its pristine condition in many cases, has pushed its value to a staggering $824,000. Now, that's not pocket change, it's life-changing money. But how do you know if your penny is the penny? What details should you look for? And why does this coin inspire such passion among collectors and investors alike? Notice the distinct D mint mark, the clear outline of Lincoln's face, and the crisp memorial detail on the reverse side. It's in these subtle, almost invisible details where the fortune lies. Now, before you rush to grab that jar of pennies, consider this: many coins may look similar, but the 1977 D Memorial penny in near mint or uncirculated condition is the rare gem worth millions. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever. In fact, it's booming. Every day, collectors and investors scramble to find these coins before they vanish from the market. Ever tried finding a needle in a haystack? Imagine finding a diamond in a bucket of sand. That's what hunting for the 1977 D penny feels like, and it's thrilling, but there's a catch. Waiting too long or ignoring your pennies could mean missing out. The clock is ticking. So you found a candidate penny. Great. But now what? How do you confirm its authenticity? How do you navigate the complex market without getting scammed or undervalued? Here's where knowledge is power and fear can be your motivator. Too often, people sell their rare coins for a fraction of their worth because they didn't know better. Or worse, they get tricked by unscrupulous dealers. Authenticating a 1977 D Memorial Lincoln penny takes expertise. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can certify the coin's condition and authenticity. It's a step you cannot skip. The better the grade, the higher the value. A penny graded MS-65 or above can fetch prices nearing the $824,000 mark, and here's where urgency kicks in. As more people realize the value, competition for certified coins intensifies. Prices rise and opportunities shrink. If a penny could buy a yacht, would you still let it collect dust in a drawer? Or would you act now? Because the truth is, the coin market waits for no one. Smart sellers are already cashing in, making life-changing deals and investing in their futures. If you hesitate, you risk watching someone else take your fortune. That penny could fund your dream lifestyle. No more financial worries, just freedom. And it all starts with understanding your coin's worth and acting decisively. Turning your penny into prosperity. Now, let's talk about the most important step: selling and securing your wealth. Selling a coin worth hundreds of thousands is not just a transaction, it's a pivotal moment. You need trusted platforms, knowledgeable brokers, and a plan. But here's the empowering truth: when done right, selling your 1977 D Memorial Lincoln penny can be the gateway to a new life. You could pay off debts, invest in real estate, start your own business, or simply live the luxury you deserve. And this isn't just about money, it's about freedom, peace of mind, and legacy. But remember, hesitation is the enemy here. The market fluctuates, trends change, and the window of opportunity narrows. First, get your coins appraised professionally. Then connect with certified dealers or auction houses specializing in rare coins. Now, here's something many don't realize. There are even rarer variations and secret markers within the 1977 D pennies that can push values beyond the $824,000 benchmark. Would you like to know what those are? How to spot them? And how to get the absolute best price? Stay tuned, because in our next video, I'll reveal these hidden secrets, information that could turn a fortune into a legacy. If you have old pennies sitting around, don't dismiss them. Take a moment, examine them closely, and think about what could be hiding in plain sight. Your wealth might be right under your nose. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next step in unlocking your penny's full potential.